Our next guest is a criminal defense lawyer turned political activist. She's challenging Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg next year. That Manhattan District Attorney candidate is Maud Maron, and she's here in the studio with me. Why are you running against Alvin Bragg?
Well, because there's really nothing more important than public safety to get Manhattan back to the place that we all know it needs to be, and Alvin Bragg will never deliver us the kind of public safety we need.
You've got to beat him in an election. You can't just have him dismissed, right?
Yeah, of course. And I think at this moment in time is when New Yorkers are really looking for the right ideas and the right policy. I don't think this is going to be a straight party vote because New Yorkers know that that isn't working to restore the city to what we need it to be.
You were a Democrat. Yes. Now you're running as a Republican. Can a Republican win any office in New York City?
Well, look, I've run as a Democrat. I tried that, and I brought forth, I think, the best ideas. I was against defunding the police. I was against the problems that we had in our schools. And the Democratic Party has closed their ears to some of the best ideas we need to fix New York right now. And I think the voters are going to look for the person with the best ideas and the best policy, particularly when it comes to public safety.
If you're going to fix the schools, what would you do?
Oh, I've been doing that for a whole lot of years. I think that we need to really restore meritocracy is the short answer. There's lots of parts of that answer, but we really need to focus on the literacy crisis in our schools. And you know, there is a direct connection from education to public safety and to crime. We really need to have a solid education so that children have a path of opportunity and don't wind up choosing crime.
But the key thing is meritocracy, isn't it?
Of course, absolutely.
Merit gets you to move up, not some kind of egalitarian system where everybody's the same.
Absolutely. We need equal opportunity, not equal outcomes.
To me, Daniel Penny was a hero.
Absolutely.
What say you?
My children ride that subway to go to school, as do hundreds of thousands of New York City school children. And we need the city and the law enforcement to make sure that our city, that our subways, that our streets are safe, and that kids and people, that workers, tourists, everybody can be on those subways. But when that doesn't happen and a young man who's honorably served his country steps up to protect people, I think he deserves praise and certainly not a prosecution. Alvin Bragg got that one completely wrong.
But they're still trying to bankrupt the guy. There's a civil suit to take money off him, right?
Right.
What do you do about that?
I think he's been well advised thus far, and he needs to obviously defend that case, and he needs to explore all of his options, because the way Daniel Penny has been treated by Alvin Bragg is really a shame.
I get the sense that things are changing in New York City. There's a lot going on here these days. I mean, we've got the congestion tax, that's coming. We've got, what else is happening in this city? We've got the congestion tax, we've got Hochul giving a $3 billion vote buying scheme, for heaven's sake, the healthcare CEO murder, and Mayor Eric Adams possibly becoming a Republican. It seems like the whole city is in a state of flux.
I think it is in a state of flux, and I think that presents a lot of good opportunities for the best policies to come forward, and we can reject some of the bad policies that we saw, and particularly in public safety. We saw changes to the laws in Albany that made it harder to keep people in jail pre-trial, the bail reform laws that made really bad choices for New York City. It's a moment to change and to fix some of the mistakes of the past.
The election's next year.
Yes, it is.
What's the early indications?
Well, from the amount of support and great response that I've gotten from people thus far, I think people are really keen to have a change and really are looking to get behind the sort of campaign and ideas that I'm bringing forward.
Are you bringing in any money?
We've already started, and we're going to have an official kickoff in the beginning of January.
Do you have to have a primary?
So far, no, but you never know what's going to happen in New York City politics.
Well, you're running as a Republican.
Yes.
So if there's no other Republican running, there's no primary.
Nor do I think anyone has challenged Bragg on the Democratic side, but it's early days. We'll see. Either way, I'm a fighter and I'm in it. And if people want to learn more, they can go to maudmaron.com and have a look.
Maudmaron.com, we'll take it. Maud, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Wish you the best of luck, too.
Thank you.